Hey everyone, welcome back to Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes Day by Day. Thanks for being here. It's after midnight. I didn't intentionally make it this late. It's just circumstances made stuff this late. Did I miss something? Thought I got it. Maybe I didn't. Hold on. Alright, that's a little better. It's a little better. Hey, we won. I don't. Just okay, I didn't play. Okay, we'll take that. I'll take it. Are you mad about it? I'll take it. Totally. Right. What are we doing? That's a good question. I spent far too much time tonight doing mods. And guess what? I still don't have enough materials to finish the mods. So there's that. So take that for whatever that means. I'll take that. 8? Yeah, sure. What time we get at 8? On something. Guys, we're so far away on this account with HJV. It's like... I don't know. I mean, we don't even have enough. I mean, we could maybe put together a 300 run. That's about it. But we're just so far behind. And I know I said I wanted to take them to Relic 5. We're just going to take one team to Relic 5 because that's all we're going to be able to do. If we do any more than that, it's going to end up taking us a long time. So I want to be able to justify, I want to be able to do I'm going to die and eat coffee. It's just not practical. You know, if we were further along, if we were closer, it would be fine, but we're not. So for the purpose of this video, it's just not practical at all. And to try to make like it is, it's just doesn't make any sense to even try to do. I mean, it's just not. If we're gonna get anywhere anytime soon, we've got to go. We got to get going. We got to get pointed in the right direction. And that's just it. That's what we've got to do if we're gonna get anywhere anytime soon. Because if we're planning on bigger and better things, I mean, it's a fact. That's what we've got to do. We got to keep going. And so, obviously we're gonna bring Kelleran up because it makes sense to bring Kelleran up because he's got to be the leader. And the team will be very simple. It will be Kelleran. And honestly, we might not have enough offense with Plo. We'll off the heels because it'll be Kelleran, Barris, Luminara, Qui-Gon, Plo. But honestly, we may need Ayla or Kit Fisto. So, but what I want to do is I want to take Kelleran, Barris, Qui-Gon, Luminara, and Plo to Relic 5. And hope we're able to do a good run. Because if not, we're going to end up having to bring Varys up. I mean, either Shakti or Ayla up. But, definitely want to see what I'm able to do with Kelleran. If we can get him up, if we can see where we can get after we bring all of these guys up to Relic 5, which I've got a really... I don't love the idea of having to bring them to Relic 5, but I don't really see another option. I just think that getting it over and just bringing them all to Relic 5 is going to be good. And I don't like, I want to move on to Leia. I want to get Leia done this year. And it's going to take a while because bringing all these characters to Relic 5, it's going to eat into our resources. Let's not kid ourselves. It's going to be something we're going to have to deal with on the long term on the other side. But it's something that if we're looking at even trying to be successful, this is something we've got to do. In the near term, just to be able to do anything. So I'm hoping I can bring at least a couple of these people up today. Like I said, I don't want to have to do this. I don't want to have to be putting all this time into tunes that we're not ultimately going to be using in a few months. Because who wants to be plowing resources into characters that you're going to be moving on from in a couple months? I mean, you'll have them. They'll be a Relic 5, and you won't have to worry about them for the most part in the near term. But how much time have you ended up spending just having to plow resources back into these guys? That's the big bugaboo. That's the big... And it's a point of contention, that's for sure. I'm going to bring whoever I can to Relic 3 for now. And then, once we have Kelleron, if we're able to do it, because if we're able to do it with Kelleron, we'll do it with Kelleron. If we're not, we'll have to figure something out. I'd love it if I can do this at Relic 3, and we can be modern, if we can be successful at Relic 3, that's fine. But I don't think we're going to get away with being able to cheat and not put any more effort into having everybody at Relic 3. Because I don't want, in the near term, just to get a decent run that I can be happy with, which is probably 900K or 1.2. I'm hoping, like I said, Block 5, the Beast 5, but we may end up having to come back for Kid Festo, Ayla, and or Shakti, just to get a halfway decent run together. So don't think that I'm just trying to be obstinate and just be obstinate. I'm not. I want to be able to be successful. But this, and I said it in previous video, this is more than likely gonna be the status quo going forward. And we can all hold our breath and hope that it's not. But next year, I don't know who it's going to be. I don't know who's going to be, but they're going to bring out some, they're going to bring out, they're going to come out with another faction similar to the JV, very similar to the Jedi Vanguard. And you're going to have to make a decision. What are the tunes that I need to have? And it's up to you whether you want to do 5 or 10. Because I don't think we're going to get any more of the days where we get a choice of Imperial Troopers and most of your rebels, or the Old Republic, or in Jawas. And, because next year when they bring out the raid next year, it's very likely that we're going to get another new Geo. And I think we have a pattern, because I do, Arnold was talking about the possibility of a pirate capital ship. That's a possibility. But obviously we don't have any new content coming out. So I think that's why this year they're leaning into the pirates, because we don't have anything coming out until Ahsoka next year. And so what I would be looking for is the possibility that's going to be Andor related. So, I mean, I know a lot of people have Andor built up because of the profundity, but it's more than likely that they're going to have an Andor specific faction with the major players from season 1 and 2. It would not surprise me if they did that. And if it ended up being, and I can see them doing that the beginning of next year. With maybe a, and you can see Clea, you can see another version of Luthen, maybe merchant Luthen, or something like that. So Clea, Luthen. Trying to think of who the real major players. I mean, there really weren't a lot of major players, but maybe Bex, definitely Cassian, maybe I don't know. There's a lot of possibilities, but it's gonna be something, because to my knowledge, there's no more Star Wars coming out. I mean, there's possibility that we get more Skeleton Crew, because that's being floated about, but if we don't, we could go into Legends. One thing I will say is I think that he was Legend Honda, and I think that's because we had 2 light side GLs, and so they needed a dark side GL for this year, and then next year they'll do GL Thrawn with the Ahsoka season 2. And so if you're looking for Revan, it's probably going to be 27 before that's a possibility. But I'm hoping they and they start doing ships again. Pirate ship. They could do a pirate capital ship pretty easy now. They could do the Resolute any old time now. That'd be great. People obviously think the Invincible's coming. Makes sense. But it's just, is the appetite for people to buy into that stuff going to be there? Who knows? I hope so, but just because I hope so, it doesn't mean it's going to happen. All right, so what I need now is I need to go get some more of those things to make whatever on both of these bids, actually. But more so these, I think. So what I want is I want to be able to get, let's go get some of these. And so we can do, let's do a top out. Let's do another one. Let's do another one, and then we can put all the rest of this into this is fleet stuff that we need for this last one. Yeah. Okay. It's too bad, but it's fine, I guess. And then after that, do we begin to work on Ayla, or do we begin to work on Kithista, or do we just keep our powder dry? And not, let's go to work. Let's just, oh gosh. Let's just start the process of heading towards Ayla broadly, and then, if we don't end up there, we don't end up there. It's fine. All right. Is there anything else we didn't do this? But honestly, I spent way too much time modding tonight, which is why I intentionally didn't mod on this account, because I'm like, if I'm mod on this account, I'm never doing anything again. I will have wasted my night, and I don't want to do that because it's 2 and I need to go to bed. So please, if you have any thoughts or concerns, I'm sure you do, let me know. Love to hear from you. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate all of your everything, just being willing to sit and listen to me talk endlessly about stuff that probably makes no sense to you. And it's kind of like my friend of mine talking to me about I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. But just stuff that you're like, why And the thing is, all the potential answers are not great. Anyway, thank you so much for being here. Appreciate all your time. If you do have any questions, comments, concerns, what's going on here? What is happening? I clicked on the battle. There we go. Hopefully. Let me know. As always, God bless. Hold the line. Remember that I have friends everywhere. Bye.